Right, so welcome back. This week we've got a original Xbox that is not turning on, and when you plug the power cable in, it makes kind of a sparking, crackling noise and smells of lovely burnt electrics, which is always nice. There's also some strange waxy substance on the bottom of this Xbox near where the power supply connector is. I don't know if that's related or if that's just something from how it's been stored. So we just tested this, and we didn't get any power. What we did get was a lovely crackling sound when I plugged the power connector in, which was very reassuring. Sorry for the janky camera angle. It's kind of the best I could come up with. Yeah. And I'm sure it can't cause any problems. Apparently some of the original versions of this console, the older revisions, had a issue with the power pin connectors on the motherboard where they would not have sufficient support and they'd wiggle themselves loose over time. Anyway, enough rambling. Let's get into this thing. Flip it over. So you see, this is the leakage I mentioned. So there's kind of like a waxy almost substance. It almost looks like candle wax, to be honest. I don't know what we're gonna do about that, but I can't tell if it's coming from inside or if it's just on the outside. I'm kind of hoping it's just on the outside and it's not like a capacitor that's leaked or something. You can see it's already missing one of the feet as well, so I think it has been apart before. But also, this says silver, and I don't know about you, but this doesn't look silver to me. So, I don't know what's up with that. Now, one thing is, unfortunately, I don't have a heat gun, so I'm just going to start by just ripping that sticker there. You know what, I don't actually think there's a screw under here, so maybe we didn't need to do that. So I wonder if there's actually a screw under here. Let's start with the feet, which is probably what I should have done to begin with, to be fair. I would have loved to have just used like a heat gun and loosened that, but I don't have one, so. Right, so now we're inside. We got a hard drive and we got a DVD drive, or maybe it's a CD drive. That's a DVD drive. So I think the next thing we're going to do is try and get these out. I wonder if these just lift off. Not sure actually. I'm going to unplug them before I do anything. Okay. And this one. And the power cable. Okay. There's cables out of there, kind of in the way. I feel like there should be screws in here, to be honest. One here, screw hole here, screw hole here. This has definitely been apart before because it's missing screws. Try my best not to break this clip. Okay, we've got one thing out. That's good. So that only had the one screw holding it in. I don't know if that's normal or not. Doesn't seem normal. I feel like there should have been screws in these holes as well, because there's some screw holes here. Oh well, that's fine. Just means this has definitely been apart before. Which, to be fair, we already suspected. There's another screw down there, which I can just about get to. Okay. Dusty, that is. Geez, look at this. Look at that. Wow. Mothballs in here. Dust balls, anyway. Yeah, this fan is disgusting, and so is this heatsink. We're gonna definitely want to take this apart and clean that. But that's not what we're in here for at the moment. Let's just see if we can get it working first. We'll remove this SATA connector though. Where's this IDE? Remove this IDE connector now, just to get it out of the way. I am a little bit nervous about working on this power supply, to be honest. It's some big capacitors here that I really don't want to touch, if I'm going to be honest. I really don't want to touch any of these, to be honest. But I think we're going to have to if we're going to get this working. So how do we get this out of here? Okay, I think it is screwed in. You can see one screw, probably some more screws over here, who knows. Right, I'm just going to keep disassembling things for now. And then we'll try and get the power supply out. Oh, this is in here. This is really in here. Oh, this doesn't want to come out. I really don't want to rip this connector off the board. I'm going to try and see if I can just leave that there, because I don't know if it's going to come off or not. Just unplug these little ones instead, because I think these are also in the way of where the screw should be. Okay, I can see the screw. Now can I reach it? Yes, yes I can. There's one down here. I don't see any other screws holding that board in, so let's see if it's going to come out. Uh-huh. Okay, cool. So it's out. So, oh, yes, I see the problem. I think I see the problem. Is that going to be okay? Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. We just leave that connector in, I think. Don't think that's going to be a problem. Can you see the problem yet? Give you a few seconds. You spotted it yet? That doesn't look very good. There's a big hole there where there's meant to be solder. Right there. And also, you can see, if I hold this steady, wiggle, 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 wiggle. Yeah, okay, let's shore that up a bit. We can do something about that. Just fill that hole with some solder. Maybe that one too, because that one's also looking a bit cracked. And yeah, I think that should be good. I don't know how I'm gonna manage to solder this, but maybe just like that's fine. This is quite a thick board, so I think I'm just gonna have to set my soldering iron to max and hope for the best. Okay, looking good. And let's shore up the other one. Nice. You know what, this entire board's kind of dirty. I'm just gonna much nicer. Now we can just drop this back in. Gonna give the top side a bit of a clean too. You can see no end of fluff and stuff on here. For something that probably gets quite hot and has lots of current in it, I don't think that's a good thing. We don't want any fires starting when we plug this thing in, which it's probably pretty unlikely to happen, but eh. Then we got this fan and heatsink. I'd really like to maybe remove them and reapply the thermal paste. But I mean, if this isn't going to start up, there's probably no point. That looks a bit better at least. Should be enough to test it. And then maybe if it works, we'll come back and give it a proper clean. I'm just going to partially put it back together. I'm not going to put all the screws in yet. I just want to check if it's actually going to start. I'm not sure if you heard me over the clack of that drive. Oh, one thing I forgot. This ID cable needs to go back in. Okay, and last but not least, hard drive. Actually, we forgot one cable down here, didn't we? Almost forgot about this cable. Almost. I don't know what it's for, but let's just plug it back in anyway. There we go, that's back in. This can just sit on here like this. As long as it's plugged in, it doesn't have to look pretty. Alright, I think that's back together enough to test. Let's go plug it in. Okay, we didn't get no crackling sounds this time when we wiggling the cable. Let's try the power button. Do you think it's going to work? Oh, that's a great sound. That's not so great. Okay, we got a disc. That's cool. Doesn't sound the greatest though, does it? I'm not sure if that's the hard drive or the disk drive. Let's turn this off. Okay, cool. That's great. That's a result. We even got the game. Nice. Lord of the Rings, Two Towers. I'm super happy with that, actually. That's amazing. Okay, I'm gonna unplug that. Then I think what we're gonna do, I think I am gonna take it apart again and try and clean that fan properly and reapply the thermal paste, because that didn't sound great. And there's a chance that will make it sound better. Yeah, so let's disassemble again. Ah, that was great. That was really good. I'm really happy with that. I'm gonna have a working Xbox, possibly. I'm just gonna give this board a really quick clean. I'm just gonna use the isopropyl alcohol I've got here. I'm just gonna douse the board in it a little bit. Get some of the worst of the dust off, hopefully. There's already so much coming up. Actually, is it just me? Or is it missing some chips? So here, is this supposed to be a chip here? It's meant to be one of these. I feel like there should be one of those there. Is that a RAM chip? I don't know. Anyone who knows, are there meant to be chips here? Is this not going to work because someone's taken those chips off? Or is it just not needed on this model? Is it just something they didn't include? Because I know they do that sometimes. They put like slots for things and then they remove them on later revisions or whatever, and then you just end up with an empty slot. So I know that's a thing that happens sometimes. So maybe it's fine. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that. That is, Huh. Yes, that could be part of the reason why the fan is so noisy. Okay, that's looking a lot better. Right, so I'm not gonna bother taking the heat sinks off. I think it will be okay. If we have problems, then I will try and replace the thermal paste. But honestly, it feels like it's going to be a lot more effort than it's worth at the moment to do that. Obviously, if it doesn't work, or it overheats, then we're going to have to. But I'm just going to see if we can get away with this for now. I realise we never found out what this goop stuff is, but I'm guessing it's just some wax from a candle or something that dripped on it. You know how you always end up with some bits left over? Let's just put those in now. Let's see if it's going to work. Oh yes! Oh, that is amazing. Oh. Oh, okay. That's not good. That's not good. Code 12. What does that mean? Can't even eject the disk drive actually. Let's try again, see if it will let us eject the disk drive. No. We managed to eject the disk drive before. I'm going to check if everything's plugged in. So error 12, after some googling, indicates a DVD drive error, and wouldn't you know it, when I reassembled it, I didn't reattach this cable to the back of the DVD drive. I swear I didn't do this on purpose. I'm just that stupid. Come on, no error code. Oh yes! Oh. Yes! Oh, this is amazing, we have an Xbox. Oh cool, okay. Disk drive? Disk drive is stuck. Disk drive? Oh, okay, disk drive does work. Let's try again. Got the Lord of the Rings Two Towers game we found in it. I was thinking about it. Okay, start. Oh, this. Okay, this looks great. Okay, this is really exciting. I'm amazed that it's working. Let's try a new game. Yeah, for those of you who don't want to stick around for this, thank you very much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Leave comments, like, subscribe, and yeah, let me know what you want to see me do next. I do have a Crystal Xbox as well, so look forward to that in a future video. I think that's a modded one, so that's very exciting. Alright, let's try it again. Oh, okay, defense. No, that's not defend, that's attack. Okay. This is some strong guy, he's able to destroy a metal shield. Oh, it's a wooden shield, okay. Still. That one of those look like a metal shield. Isildur's something or other, and a heavy attack. I didn't really read what that said. Kind of looked like Isildur's stuffed crust. I didn't know Isildur liked pizza. Alright, well, yeah, that's awesome. We managed to go through an entire level and it's still alive. That's great. I've never actually played this game before. This is another game that I've never played, which is surprising because I played a lot of Lord of the Rings games. I think my favourite is probably the Third Age. I think, is that the one where it's like a turn-based one? Where it's on 360? Or maybe it's PS2, but it's like a turn-based Lord of the Rings game, kind of like Final Fantasy. That's a really cool game. It's a lot of fun. I haven't played that for a long time. Yeah. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for sticking around to the end if you made it this far. Comment down below, let me know you stuck it out to the end. Remember to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.